Hello and welcome to Way or No Way. It's great to be here again. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas Day, so let's let the fun begin. Today I'll be looking at Incredible Hulk, issue number 378, where Jolly Green is, at this point, gray, and Rhino's full of angst and hate. In case you're wondering to ask if I'll be rhyming throughout this book, the answer is yes. Yes, I am. So let's all take a look.
A hospital is where our tale begins, in a pediatric ward. Two kids are teasing each other, probably because they're bored. Rick Jones happens upon the scene and tells them to chill out. He said the big kid could hurt someone while he's charging all about. He told the other bratty kid, your face could get stuck that way, looking like a mini Shrek with sunburn. That'd ruin anybody's day.
Having one's face stuck like that would be quite a bummer. And if you don't think it can happen, ask the girls from One Crazy Summer.
Rick says taunting leads to trouble, and to demonstrate his point, he begins a tale of the Hulk he was sure wouldn't disappoint. The real story opens with Rhino as he's living on the street. People take one look at him and beat a hasty retreat. He hoped to strike up a talk with some bums by a fire, but his supervillain garb caused him fear, and much fleeing did he inspire. I can't stand it anymore! Rhino shouts towards the sky. He hates being trapped in his costume, and he looks about to cry. The bums run from one gray giant just to smash into another, although seeing the Hulk in any form would make anyone run for their mother. Rhino's depression bottoms out, knowing the Hulk's in town. Should he try to do some dirty deeds, he fears he'll catch a beatdown. The next day Rhino begs and pleads for someone to give him cash, but his hulking visage was enough to make all the people dash. Desperate, he found a Santa who was nowhere near his size. He took the suit for himself, and it made an effective disguise. He planned to swipe the loot whilst everyone's back was turned, but his day would not go so smoothly, as Rhino soon would learn. A mall owner pulled Rhino Santa inside the building for help. He tells Rhino that our mall Santa Claus has injured himself.
Who is this guy, Billy Bob Thornton? I mean, that would explain the booze. And out of all the Santas around, Rhino's the one he'll choose.
The kids shout their praise, for Santa had arrived, and the cheers, instead of screaming, brought tears to Rhino's eyes. He went to sit down in the chair, but it snapped under his bulk. The people pointed and laughed, and Rhino Santa began to sulk. Bratty kids kept asking Santa more bikes, more games, more toys, until finally Rhino Santa had enough of selfish little girls and boys. Give, 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 he screamed. You want everything handed to you. See it, want it, take it. Why not do what I do? In the mall, Rick Jones, Bruce Banner, and a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent named Clay jointly decided to investigate what was happening that day. They probably thought it was odd that a raging Santa was loose. But Rick then asked for the time, and then asked, where's Bruce? Bruce, feeling nighttime come, ran into the bathroom stall, shoving aside a drunkard who wasn't jolly at all. It can't be that bad, said the man pounding on the loo. Move it! Other people gotta use the can too! Hulk bursts from the toilet and tells the guy all yours.
Though let's face it, people, he probably shit his drawers.
A rude kid pokes Rhino's eye and calls him nasty names. In response, Rhino hurls the brat skyward, hoping he'll end up maimed. Hulk saves the kid from certain death and gets knocked to the second floor. Rhino leaps to capitalize and beat on his foe some more. From the angle in this panel, it isn't ambiguous at all. Hulk just punted the Rhino right in the jingle balls. Rhino crashes into a comic shop and looks none too ruffled, but a young woman with cookies tries to end the scuffle. It almost seems to work. This lady shows guts. But Rhino rages on because he hates macadamia nuts. Hulk and Rhino wreck a bowling alley and Rhino slips on some balls. Meanwhile, Rick and Agent Clay are roaming throughout the mall. Rhino crashes through the window and nearly kills Clay and Rick. But with a little tap on the shoulder, we see Hulk dressed as Saint Nick. Rhino whines to the Hulk about his current bad luck. With a costume he can't escape, and it's implied he can't even f***.
If Rhino's suit is inescapable and he can't get business done, then how does he go to the bathroom? How does he take a number one?
Rhino gets the upper hand, the Hulk down for the count. Though had this been the Green Hulk, Rhino would be ahead on a mount. I tried to do something decent! I tried to be a nice guy!
You nearly murdered innocent children, and that was after you made them cry!
Before Rhino could finish Hulk off, putting one in the win column, A little girl named Ginny showed up looking very solemn. The little girl thought Santa was good and was supposed to help others. But perhaps there wasn't a Santa, just a lie told to kids by their mothers. Rhino, in a quick change of heart, and to the little girl's surprise, decided that he and Hulk would call a truce, and promised they'd both be nice. So the Hulk and Rhino muddled through, with Rick and Clay and Stitches. But Christmas indeed was saved once more, and Hulk even scored some bitches. Rick wraps up the tale for the kids with a big shit-eating grin. The kids, however, call BS, and kick him in the shin.
And so ends this comic book and our broadcast day. And as for my final verdict, I enthusiastically say way!
The writing is funny and sharp, the plot both silly and sweet. The art is just ridiculous enough to make this issue a treat.
Join me next year where I hope my episodes won't be lagging. Because yes, sweet Virginia, next time, it's the comic book miniseries Double Dragon.